Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature 30 Minutes. I am Obomman Marvelous. Now in the headlines. Enugu Assembly steps down controversial bill for life pension for ex-governors. Niger Delta Youths vow to resist diversion of funds recovered from Ibori. Headless body recovered. 15 abducted as Abia communities clash. And now, the details. The Enugu State House of Assembly has stepped down the controversial life pension bill for former governors and deputy governors of the state. The bill was stepped down at the plenary on Tuesday, March 16, 2021, to enable the 7th Assembly to critically look at the legislation and come up with practical solutions to the inadequacies noticed in the bill. The Speaker, Enugu State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Edward Ubosi, said the bill was not the making of the 7th Assembly, but had existed since 2007, adding that the 1999 Constitution as amended gave backing for such legislation. Ubosi added that stepping down the bill would enable his colleagues to thoroughly go through the bill in order to delete, as well as add some clauses to some sections of the bill. According to the Speaker, the public should have allowed the lawmakers to study the bill, which just passed through the first reading last week Thursday. He explained that former governors serving as senators would not benefit from the pension scheme, while the spouse of the former governors would not benefit from the pension as well, since the Constitution does not recognize governors' spouses. Gunmen suspected to be Boko Haram insurgents on Tuesday attacked Katako community in Gujba Local Government Council of Yobe State. The insurgents, who burnt down a primary school and a healthcare center located in the community, also attacked the military formation in Katako and set it on fire. Fatami Kura, a resident, told newsmen that the gunmen stormed the community at about 5:30 a.m. and unleashed mayhem. The number of casualties is still unknown at the time of filing this report. Katako community, which is 18 kilometers south of Damaturu, the state capital, has been attacked over 10 times in the recent months. One person has been killed and 15 others abducted after a communal clash between Ubo community in the Arochukwu local government area of Abia State and a Panja in the Ibom local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Residents of Ubo appealed to the Abia State government to come to their rescue to avert for the loss of lives. A community leader, Mazi Jerry Onwomere, who spoke to journalists, said more lives might be lost if nothing was done to address the situation. The Abia State Commissioner for Information, Chief John Okiyi Kalu, said security personnel had been deployed in the area. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Geoffrey Obonna, also confirmed the incident. He said the headless body of the victim had been recovered and deposited in a mortuary. The police spokesman explained that police operatives from the two states had been sent to the warring communities, adding that normalcy was returning to the areas. The people of Southern Kaduna has urged the federal government to set their priorities right by providing adequate security to the people of Nigeria. This was made known in a Signature TV interview by the president of the Southern Kaduna People's Union, Jonathan Asake. While attributing the insecurity issues being experienced in the country to the existence of porous borders, he charged the government to secure the country's borders.
Of immigration should know better that to secure our borders is not a difficult thing. Nigeria is endowed with human and natural resources enough to be able to do this. Trump did it in America, as big as America is. And that is why the then President Trump said,
do I quote you, build the wall?
A country,
build
the wall. A country without borders. I'm using the words of President Trump there. A country without borders is, a nation without borders is not a nation. And that is the truth. That is where Nigeria found ourselves today. The people that are coming to perpetrate this crime, these atrocities, killing our citizens, look, we can checkmate them. We can stop them. It doesn't take any rocket science to stop these people. But I believe somehow they are meeting up with a set agenda. And so the borders are left deliberately porous, and they will now go and maximize the minimum, and they minimize the maximum.
The Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Abba, says artisan modular refinery operations in the Niger Delta will reduce criminality in the region and contribute to national economy. He said the government should encourage creativity and innovation in the oil and gas sector, adding that environmental degradation and pipeline vandalism will reduce if modular refinery operations are integrated into the oil industry. He made a statement at the National Summit on the integration of artisanal modular refinery operations into the downstream oil and gas held on Tuesday in Abuja. Signature TV correspondent Marvelous Obomanu was at the summit and now reports.
This summit presents another opportunity to advance a paradigm shift from rhetorics to action based on current realities. The reality is that artisanal refinery operations in the Niger Delta, if properly integrated into the Nigerian oil and gas sector, will create a positive impact in the Nigerian economy and reduce crime and criminalities in the region. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the challenges of refining enough petroleum products to satisfy local consumption is a major cause for concern to stakeholders who believe that the government has to encourage innovativeness to resolve the paradox.
The Niger Delta Youths Council (NDYC) said it will resist the federal government's plan not to remit the £4.2 million looted by Ibori to Delta State. Last Tuesday, Nigeria and the United Kingdom signed a memorandum of understanding in Abuja to repatriate the money looted by James Ibori when he was the governor of Delta State. The money slashed in the UK was recovered by the British government from Ibori, his friends and family members, and is expected to be repatriated to Nigeria next Tuesday. At the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami said the money will be committed to completing the second Niger Bridge, the Abuja-Kano Highway and the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. In a statement issued in Abuja on Tuesday, however, the NDYC said the people of Delta State will be shortchanged and deprived of their legitimate resources to improve unneeded infrastructure. The statement was jointly signed by NDYC's Director for International Relations, Collins Achemperi, and East National Coordinator, Jato Abido. They promised to use all available legal means to ensure that Delta got what belonged to it, as had always been the practice. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has said the E-Finger departure screening point at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, has been temporarily closed to carry out some routine maintenance on the screening machines. The General Manager, Corporate Affairs of FAAN, Henrietta Yakubu, made this known on Tuesday, said that the development was part of a maintenance and upgrade program. All human and cargo movements have been, however, temporarily diverted to the D-Finger screening area until the maintenance and upgrade are completed. FAAN appealed to passengers and other airport users to be patient as it hopes to reopen the area as soon as possible. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) on Monday said Nigeria's unemployment rate has risen from 27.1% to 33.3% in the fourth quarter of 2020. According to the Labour Statistics Report, the figure is 6.1% higher when compared to the 27.1% recorded in the second quarter last year. The NBS said the total number of people with employment stood at 46.48 million, while the underemployment rate was down by 20.6% at 15.91 million. It added that in the case of unemployment by state, Imo State reported the highest rate of unemployment with 56.64%, followed by Adamawa and Cross River states with 54.89 and 53.65 respectively. Benue recorded the highest number of underemployment at 43.52, while Lagos State recorded the lowest underemployment rate at 4.5% in the fourth quarter of 2020, the report says. The states with the lowest rates were Osun, Benue, and Zamfara State, with 11.65 and 11.98 and 12.9 respectively. Unlike in the economically active population, the age group that accounts for the highest number under the labor force is 25 and 34 age group. As some countries around the world suspend the rollout of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine because of its adverse side effects, some Nigerians say the country's situation could be worse. Those who spoke to Signature TV says Nigeria's response to the COVID-19 pandemic is not being led by any respected scientists, and Nigeria does not have the technical facilities to monitor adverse effects of the vaccine real time. They want the federal government to prevent a likely national disaster should anything go wrong by stopping the current vaccination drive, and watch what happens to the President Muhammadu Buhari and others who have taken the job. Signature TV correspondent Chibeze Obi was on the streets of Abuja to set the opinion Nigerians.
Even when they talk about this COVID-19 of a thing, we did not kind of try to study. We may either go and collect samples from there, study the effect of this COVID-19 and how it can react in our own continent or in our own environment. They said it's COVID-19. We also said it's COVID-19.
The Nigerians should look inward and see if this thing could work well the way in which they are telling us that is going to be worked out. Because we see some country like Austria that they have been using it, and it has been not being good effect to their body system over there. But as far as Nigerian president and the executive of which they are telling us that they have tested this thing and it's working well, which of course we can see, we should try to look and wait for a little time. We should give it a little time and see how reaction is going to be in their body system.
If it is true that the use of that vaccine is banned in most countries, if it is true and it is truly authenticated, we don't need to use it here. We don't need. If other people are dying and they're not selling what is killing people to us, we are not animals, so we should be able to reject it outright. If what we are saying is different from what is being used in the countries where it's actually produced, there is no problem using it. But if we are told that it's killing people, nobody wants to die.
They have to at least go into deep research about this AstraZeneca vaccine before we should take it. Why? Because when you look at the countries that they banned the use of this AstraZeneca vaccine, they have more scientists, more research laboratories that they are working hand in hand with the government and the scientists of the country to make sure that the vaccine is healthy. So at least what I'm advising our country is just to at least look for our genuine scientists, make research on it, at least make a deep research on it about how healthy that vaccine is. Then later they should allow us, if our scientists recommend it, then we can take it.
Now moving over to the foreign scene. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Tuesday defended the safety of the AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine after several European countries halted its rollout over blood clot fears. Germany, Italy and France have Monday joined others in suspending the vaccine, dealing a potential blow to the global immunization campaign against a disease that has killed more than 2.6 million people. However, the World Health Organization, AstraZeneca, and the European Medicines Agency have insisted the shot is safe and that there is no link between it and reported blood clots. The British leader on Tuesday echoed assurances that the jab was not harmful. Fears have grown in some countries over the safety of the AstraZeneca vaccine after several cases of blood clots or brain hemorrhages in people after receiving the vaccination, with a small number of deaths reported. But AstraZeneca and medical experts in Britain have said there is no evidence of clots being caused by the jab, or that they are occurring in greater numbers or frequency than in the general population. And now for the stock market report. Trading on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Tuesday ended in an impressive note as the equity capitalization gained 83.17 billion naira. A rise on the share prices of Dangote Cement and MTN Nigeria anchored the gain, with over 933 million and 107.75 worth of shares respectively. All the market indicator, the market capitalization, the all share index, the volume, the value, and the total deals closed blue. Market capitalization rose from 20.17 trillion on Monday to 20.25 trillion and 83.17 billion naira. The all-share index points similarly closed at 38,720.84 points, 38,561.84 points. This was a 0.41% rise. The volume of traded stocks also rose from 184.5 million traded on Monday to 220.85 million shares on Tuesday, a 19.68% increase. The value similarly rose to 4.2 billion naira from 2.5 billion naira traded on Monday. There were 11 gainers, with Guinness topping the chart. Other gainers were Regalins, Jais Bank, and Vitafoam. However, WAPIC and African Prudential PLC dominated the losers chart among other 20 losers. And now to the entertainment. Nigerian teen star Emanuella has added another feather to her cap as she has bagged an award in the Favorite African Social Media Star category at the just concluded Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. The ecstatic young lady took to her Instagram account to announce the development as she thanked the organizers of the award, as well as her fans who voted for her. Emanuella beat the likes of the Nigerian comedy group Ikorodu Boys, South African magician William van den Berg, Ugandan youth dance group Ghetto Kids, Kenyan social media sensation Elsa Majimbo, and South African media personality Bonang Mateba to win the prestigious award. Despite losing to Emanuella, the Ikorodu Boys, in the spirit of sportsmanship, have taken to their Twitter account to congratulate the comedian on her achievement. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award is an annual American Children's Awards ceremony that is produced by Nickelodeon. And now over to sport news. FIFA President Gianni Infantino is optimistic NFF President Pinnick will make a meaningful contribution to the development of football after his election as a member of the FIFA Council. Pinnick clinched the highly coveted seat after defeating Malawian FA President Wotanye Malando during the 43rd CAF General Assembly in Rabat. The 50-year-old thus became the third Nigerian administrator to achieve the feat after Uyo Orok Oyo and Amos Adamu. Infantino has praised the victory of the NFF boss and looks forward to working with him as he aims to take football across the world to a greater height. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Enugu Assembly steps down controversial bill for life pension for ex-governors. Niger Delta Youths vow to resist diversion of funds recovered from Ibori. Headless body recovered, 15 abducted as Abia communities clash. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distance, and wear your nose masks while going about your daily activities. And that's the signature 30 minutes. On behalf of my producer, Damilola Abudu, I am Obommanu Marvelous. Thanks for watching.